Hello, my name is Mark Boyer, and this is part 3 of a series on a series of videos that I'm highlighting on my website. And I've also got them on MySpace, and I also have them on Facebook, and also on YouTube. They're listed in my favorites, and if you look at those videos first, you'll have an idea where I'm coming from with these way out ideas. But they happen to fit where we're going. Where I'm coming from, and I give very little credence to this planet Nibiru. Okay, I do give very strong credence to the fact that we are crashing into the galactic plane, and we have done so for every 5 to 7,000 years for the last 200, 500 million years. We've been going through this. Our evolutionary past started with the Cambrian explosion of life, and we've gone through what's called the galactic plane every 5 to 7,000 years since then. And they say the North Pole and the South Pole are bodies of water that have only been, or frozen things that have been only there 5,000, 6,000 years. They've shifted all over the place in the world through every time we seem to go through here. It's the end of the world as we know it, and the reality is I'm really kicking in God's prophecy on the grounds that I'm saying that we are entering the kingdom of God. I'm saying, as to Luke 21, which is the gentle way through the prophecy of Jesus, that it says there that don't be worried about the rumblings of the ocean. And I'm saying because the oceans are going to be, there's going to be these huge funnels, and the oceans are going to be sucked up into returning the vault, okay, which is a Genesis day 2 thing, where God created a body of water above and below. Okay, well, above called heaven, the sky, and below the vault, and below called the ocean. And the vault is returning, and that's through the gentle spirit. That's sliding into the new creation. And the vault is there as a giant belt to protect us from when we enter the galactic plane. Entering the galactic plane is accurately described in Matthew 24. And it says, immediately following those days, which I'm saying are 3 to 5 days, Jesus Christ returns, okay, and saves us all. And apparently the show that we've seen for those 3 to 5 days is rather impressive. It's having gone through a shaking like the world has never seen and will never see again. And if it wasn't for the sake of the elect, this time was shortened and no one would have survived. Now, I clearly am fulfilling the biblical role of the elect with the filing of my paperwork to challenge the act of supremacy of 1559 on September 18th, 2008. And as to that prophecy, we're coming into what Matthew 24 calls that summer. And everything's set here for the fig leaves to send their sprouts out. And Ecclesiastes' question is being asked, which is, Was it all done for love or for hate? They all bear the same fate, and that's all oath takers and those who should. That's it. What can I say? Abraham accepted a challenge that his people would rise, and technically, as to Romans 8, that's oath holders. Okay, it's not the nation of Israel; it's oath holders. It's I don't have to explain this to oath holders. Okay, as I've been saying to general people around me, if you're not an oath holder, then you have nothing to worry about. You're a witness to the greatest show on earth. We are turning into spiritual flesh. That's all there is to it. And a state of mind is what you need. And as the Grateful Dead said, think this through with me, let me know your mind. All I want to know is, are you kind? And all of this is what the Beatles said, that we are talking about the love that lies behind the lines of illusion, never speaking truth. If they only knew when they pass away. It really is time to realize that it's all within yourself. No one else can make it real. My quantum mechanics has a very easy explanation for the soul. Okay, our bodies is just a vessel. There is no conflict at all with quantum mechanics. When the rocks and everything that doesn't contain DNA is vibrating faster and faster, and we are disconnecting from it. Okay, everything that has DNA is still stuck in this 8 ohms. When we do the transition, it'll be in the blink of an eye, and for it to be really good, there has to be good fruit. Good first fruit. And if the first event is good, then it'll all be good. Like yeast, it'll grow. And as to prophecy, those oath holders are being tested. And as to 1 Corinthians 10, the example there is, look, and 23,000 died, and that's Nineveh. And Nineveh had 23,000 die in one day, and the bones are still there to this day at the foot of these 5 demonic statues that they were praying to at the time. And in real terms today, that would mean 60 million people. Okay, and it's said the chances that the rich will be able to save themselves are as slim as putting the eye, pulling a camel through the eye of a needle. And so be it. They'll never be able to say they didn't get their chance. And it's called seizing the moment in a world that is very disconnected. And hold on to the singularity of love. And Romans is correct. It is called surrendering to love. And it's the only way to have peace on earth is the challenge to the act of supremacy of 1559. Technically, all we are saying is peace can only be had through peace. There's a genuine offer here to fulfill Isaiah's prophecy throughout, which starts with establishing by upholding God's creation, we really would be turning weapons into plowshares and converting to a mindset and archetypal form that would never train for war again. It's called Peace on Earth, the Messianic Age, and we need to put our faith in God, because the change of everything is a traumatic event, and we're all becoming sons. And on that, have a happy Easter and a good Passover, and Shalom, which is we will meet on the other side. Thank you.